Hi everyone, so it's been a couple weeks since I've done a blog entry. Nothing really new had been happening with my program in housekeeping. Kind of been doing the same old thing in just terms of working really hard and not really getting to take a break, take a lunch, nothing. So that's probably been the biggest challenge of my program, is just in terms of quickening my speed. Even some of the full-time housekeepers, as I've mentioned before, struggle with getting things done on time. So that's been kind of hard, just the anxiety and the stress of getting everything done that I need to do and doing it so that it's can be inspected and the managers are happy with the finished product. But recently, the hotel where I work, Bay Lake Tower, has been going under a rehabilitation. It's only been open for about 6 years at this point, but it really needed kind of a rehab because everything was in kind of bad condition, the walls, the furniture. So they're doing that right now, and they're going to be doing it all the way through to at least September of this year. So they're taking the hotel floor by floor out of service. So what that's done is displaced some of the housekeepers and other employees, house persons, etc. So because of that, there is an opening for needing house persons on other floors. So myself and the other two college program participants have been able to, these past week, start training in other things, house person and runner. I did 2 days of training in house person, which was really nice because you're still constantly busy. House person basically involves in the morning you clean the areas where the elevators are, the floors, the windows. You put all the carts out in the hall that have the extra stock for towels and linens for the housekeepers. And then throughout the day, you just stop at the housekeepers' carts along the hallway and pick up the trash and the linens and bring them into the linen room, put them down the chute, take the trash down, take it out, and then just repeat that process and then put the carts back at the end of the day. So I much prefer that, much lower stress, was able to actually take a lunch, and it just is much more manageable. Then yesterday I did 1 day of training as a runner, which was not a very busy day at all, but normally it can be busy as well because you're getting calls to deliver things to rooms. You get calls from housekeepers and you also get calls from guests. So there used to be just one runner, I guess, for the whole hotel until about 6 months ago. Now they have two, so one runner takes the first, I believe, 7 floors, and the other one takes 7 through 16 or 8 through 16, something like that. So it's a little bit more manageable, and that is also a less anxiety filled position because you can take a lunch, you can say when you're off duty, and when you're taking a lunch, the other runner covers your floors. So again, I've really enjoyed being able to do these other things and reached a point in my program where I'm able to train in other things. From what I've spoken to the managers, again, their communication isn't always the best. One person says one thing, but I've gotten the feeling that because of the rehab and everything, that we're going to be mostly doing other things for the rest of our program, hopefully. So, but I'm pretty sure that I will still get assigned housekeeping boards here and there, just hopefully not every day. So that's been really nice. That's been the biggest update since my last video, is that I actually have been getting to do other things and have gotten the feeling that I will continue to hopefully do so. I much prefer doing house person or house runner, actually, house person or runner. So if you do get accepted to the college program and you're assigned housekeeping, if there's any way that you can specify what you want to do in housekeeping, I don't know if that's possible, but a manager did mention that to me, that that's what I should have done. is to specify that you would want to be a house person or a runner, something like that, because those are much more manageable and easier. You're still working hard, but you at least feel like you're doing a job that is accomplishable, and you're not going crazy, basically. However, it is nice to have learned housekeeping and learn these other positions, because it's really, really interesting to see how they kind of interlock in a way. Like being a housekeeper and then being a house person. As a house person, it makes me realize what the housekeeper is going through and what I can do to make things easier for them. And it also makes me see as a housekeeper what I could do with my linens or my trash or the way I arrange things to make it easier for the house person. And the runner, as a house person, I've definitely made plenty of calls to runners to drop things off, but being a runner, you can kind of see how they organize their time and what makes it easier for them. So doing all these different things just gives me a really much better full understanding of how everything works together, and it makes things so much more efficient, because if you don't know, if you've never experienced one side of things, then you could be causing all kinds of issues and not even realizing it. So that's definitely been kind of eye-opening for me to see how they all work together. And that was what we spoke to one of the higher up managers about, was in our program being able to kind of get that full experience, because we're only here for a short amount of time and we're not planning to be full-time housekeepers as a career. So it would benefit us much more to kind of get a little taste of everything rather than being stuck in one position and just doing the same thing every day. So that's been really good. And I also had 2 weeks off from my class, the course that I'm taking with Disney. We had a labor excuse, so because of spring break it was actually very busy. Some people picked up shifts if they were behind. I didn't, just because it didn't really affect my schedule at all. The hotel where I work is always 97 to 100% occupancy, so it didn't really affect me and how busy I was, but the parks definitely were very, very, very busy. So that's something else. So today was actually my first day back to my class, which is also going well, and I would definitely recommend, even if you are not taking the college program for school credit, that you should still take a course, because you learn a lot, and it really also opens a lot of doors in the terms of networking. You meet, obviously your professor has a lot of connections, and you also meet a lot of people in your class that are from many different places, which all over Disney there's so many people from all over the world, so it's just another opportunity to really connect. Yeah, so that's been my most recent update. I will do another blog post probably in a week or so, just to say whether or not I got to stick with doing the other alternative things at the hotel, or whether I just got put back in housekeeping. Don't know at this point. So that's kind of hard, not knowing, but we'll see. I'm only about a little bit over a month away from the end of my program, so I'm hoping to get the most out of it. I've definitely learned a lot so far, and yeah, so till next time.